This is a direct hit. See what they have brought for you. This is subject polity. This is the reference book. Either you can refer AVKS polity book or M. Lakshmikant sir's book. And this R1 indicates the first reading and R2 indicates the second reading, right? Hello students, welcome to AVKS. For all those who are already preparing, this video is for all those who are already preparing, right? In this video, we will talk about how to utilize these coming months, these 100 days in the best possible way. See, we are preparing since long, say we are preparing from Jan or even earlier, or at least we are preparing since since February, March. So we need to understand that when the exam comes close and if we are very serious, the pressure builds up actually. In this scenario, it is very important that we know that nothing has been left which is very important, right? So we already might have a plan, right? But many times we are like clueless what actually I have to do, or we have some kind of doubt on our plan that whether it is right or not, whether it is going to cover every topic or everything that I have decided. And for that, and to make sure that you get this much in paper 1 and this much is paper 2, in fact I would say 100 plus in paper 2, but at least 90 plus in paper 2, we have carved out a meticulous plan for you people so that you can, it's like nothing will be left from your preparation and you will feel more and more confident, right? So we are going to discuss this plan in this video. Before that, we need to understand why we are discussing this. See, for me, a book, if we talk about paper 1, for me a book of say geography is the syllabus of geography. But that is not the case with UPSC. UPSC is like, we have given you the syllabus. It is not our business from where you are reading it. We want you to know everything about it, whatever we have given in the syllabus, right? So just reading that book, we have kind of doubt whether I have covered it or not, right? That's why we need to understand that just reading a book is not sufficient. I should know whether I have studied a specific topic which is given in the syllabus, right? The syllabus is very, very important portion of your preparation. We already have discussed about previous year question papers. Already AVKS has started this Brahmastra series which is available on YouTube and Telegram too. So you can just go through it, you can just contact the given number and you can get the access of this series where you can get the previous year question papers. These are most important. We all have discussed about this. This PYQ play a very, very crucial role in our preparation. So, to cover this syllabus, we have brought you a study plan which I am going to discuss within next 10 minutes. Then there is one more part of our preparation and that is solving lots and lots of questions, and for that we need to solve test series, a test series which is evaluated by experts. We have one such that is called as Pratibha, right? So I think we have this here, this CAPF 2024 special offline test series also we have, and we also have online test series, right? So in offline test series they are going to cover 55 plus tests and 120 plus paper 2 topics will be covered, and detailed evaluation of your test will be there for paper 1, paper 2 both. Now see, it's up to you whether you want to join this batch or not, for your preparation. It's your call. Like, it's our job to advertise it because we conduct it, so I am showing it here. But this is something I would explicitly recommend. Whether you join this test series or any other test series for that matter, but test series for both paper 1 and paper 2 is must when you prepare for competitive exams, because you don't know where you stand. You keep on preparing, okay, I am good or I am not enough, but you don't know actually till you solve test series and get it evaluated. You might say that I can solve a question paper downloaded from internet. That might be true in case of paper 1 maybe, because they also might have answer key. But what in case of paper 2? When you write something, it needs to be get evaluated from some expert, and you should get some reviews based on which you can improve next time, and that is the process, right? So for that you need test series. Right, then there are 2 other batches here. This is offline batch for paper 2 in Delhi, and this is Lakshya batch, online batch, where I myself teach paper 2. If right now, if you think that, okay sir, we are preparing paper 1 in a very good way, but we are not confident about paper 2, you can join me and we can together make a difference. Okay, so regarding paper 1, what I was trying to tell you is that syllabus is very important, right? So am I covering the whole syllabus, right? And I'm not, see, reference books are where you can find that syllabus, but reference books or the books that we read, again I have already told you, rather than reading lots of books, we have to read the same book again and again. That is a strategy which has been followed by toppers, you know, since decades, which we have to follow. But we need to be very clear and sure that we are fulfilling our syllabus. In case of paper 1, we have to make sure that even though there might be some subjects, like for example for arts and commerce background students, there might be a case whether they might feel it kind of difficult to cover biology and chemistry and physics. But even in that case, I would recommend that you should go for PYQs at least, or at least like whatever reference book have been suggested, at least try to read some of the chapters, which I'll be discussing in the coming PDFs. That is the purpose that we have brought you this PDF. This PDF has been made in such a way that, like for example, you have got 100 days. Every day what you have to do is prepared, right? And you just have to tick that this is finished, and not only once, twice, right? So you have to finish it twice. Then there is list for current affairs, there is list for science, geography, polity, history, even for maths. And if you can do it, you will definitely feel very confident before you actually go to exam, right? So to make sure that you can get best out of these 100 days, we have brought this PDF, right? So without wasting time, just we'll go for this PDF. But you need to understand, even though this PDF is there for you, and this is for paper 1 actually, what about paper 2? You have to study it parallelly. You have to spend at least 2 hours daily to make sure that your paper 2 essay writing and argument writing and report writing quality improves every day, and you feel confident even for paper 2 before the exam. So what is more important, that apart from following this PDF for paper 1, you are also preparing for paper 2 in the best possible way. And for that, start writing. Leave everything aside. Keep your books aside, keep your gadgets aside. Just take pen and paper, take a simple topic and start writing. And second thing, get it evaluated. Then get the reviews and again improve and again keep on writing. And we already have the YouTube videos for, you know, the format, like how to write argument writing, how to deal with essay. I have myself, you know, discussed essay writing and argument writing in recent videos. So just watch them, try to understand how to actually write argument and essay. And based on that, keep on working on it, get it evaluated. For that we have test series, which is very important, again I am telling you. Right, if you can do this and if you can allocate 2 hours daily, then you can definitely make a difference in your preparation, right? So this is all about paper 2, right? In this video specifically we are discussing how we are going to deal with paper 1. Why? Because the syllabus is huge and we are under tremendous pressure. We always kind of feel like, for example, if you have finished history and like you are studying geography, so sometimes we just have that feeling, okay, I have finished history, but is it everything with me? So like for example, if you go through some question and if you are not able to answer it, then we are like, have I studied properly? If I am not able to answer say 5 questions of history back to back, then I feel inferior, I feel less confident. So to make sure that I feel confident, we should know that, okay, this is what I have to cover and I have covered it or not. So you have to just tick there that, okay, I have read it, I have ticked it, right? And then you can revise it parallelly and feel good about yourself. And this is also very important. To feel confident and good about yourself is very, very important. If you are down, everything is down. You are the most important part of this exam, right? So this is just a bit of help to you people, right? So without wasting time, let's discuss how to get best of this 100 days, right? So we have a study planner for all of those who want to prepare for CAPF exam 2024. Okay, before we go to the study plan, you should understand that at the end of the day, our target is, we should have our photo here, right? And these people somehow followed this strategy followed this methodology, right? And that's why they are here, right? At least from AVKS. There are others too, and there are others also following their own strategy, but this kind of has worked for all these people. So I think that you can be next year, right? Again, this is your batch. Okay, if you want to join, you can join. So without wasting time, let's start. But before we actually see the daily planner, let's first go through the PYQs analysis. Now see, AVKS has done this analysis for you people, which is really wonderful analysis. See, what happens is, for example, I keep on studying a subject and I think, okay, this is part of syllabus, so I need to study it. But I really don't understand how many number of hours I should spend for that specific subject, right? Because sometimes I start reading it, sometimes even I decide that, okay, I'll giving 8 days for the subject, but I keep on reading, I don't understand, and sometimes I just feel demotivated that I'm not getting the subject, so it consumes more and more time. But I think I should finish it if I keep, like, you know, if I behave with every subject in such a way where I just, you know, leave it in middle, it is not good. So I keep on spending more number of days. But this is not good in terms of cost benefit analysis, because it might happen that in actual exam the weightage of that subject or that specific portion might be less. So I should know that what is the weightage of the subject in the exam, and not only previous year weightage, at least last 5 year weightage, so that I can get an average of how many number of questions actually they are asking. So I can give, you know, accordingly weightage to, or, you know, time weightage to the subject. So see, for example, if we talk about science and tech, good number of questions they are asking, 28, 31, 31, 28. So on an average 29 to 30 questions they have asked since last 5 years. So even if I belong to, like, say, arts background, I can't just say that I leave science altogether. 30 questions I can't afford to miss. So at least what I can do, I can go for PYQs, or I can at least get all those NCERTs maybe of 10 standard, and even though I can't read all of them, all of the topics, some might be too technical, but there are some topics which I think, okay, this is about human body, I have studied somewhat in 10th standard, so I can just, let me just try, let me just go through it. I can understand maybe 2-3 concepts. Okay, this chapter sound, okay, this was, okay, something I read, I know about it. So let me read 2-3 concepts, right? So that's what you will do when you realize that, okay, this is a lot of weightage, right? So same goes with geography and history and polity and aptitude. So just go through this analysis. You know, I would suggest that get the printout of this and keep this analysis always with you, so that whenever you are studying, whenever you are analyzing, whenever you are comprehending your own, you know, preparation, you will realize, okay, where I stand right now. Have I given enough time for history, which actually has average like around, say, 18 questions, 19 questions every year. What about polity? Okay, economy, okay, they are actually, you know, asking good number of questions, around 10. So I should give equal amount of time or enough amount of time for economy. So this you can decide, you can analyze, and for this is very important. So just go through this. If you have got any doubts, you can definitely ask us in the comment section. We can, you know, come back with a better preparation for, you know, analysis, PYQ analysis, if you are not able to understand this. Now come here. This is a direct hit. See what they have brought for you. This is subject polity. This is the reference book. Either you can refer AVKS polity book or M. Lakshmikant sir's book. And this R indicates, R1 indicates the first reading and R2 indicates the second reading, right? So how they have come here? For example, on the first day, so for example, for polity, they have allocated around 16 days, right? So on the first day, it is expected that, for example, you finish the schedules and then preamble, source, nature, statement, and date of adoption of constitution and its making, right? So see, based on the number of days available, they have given you the syllabus. Now normally what happens, we study according to our own efficiency, our own capability. But sometimes when exam is near and the syllabus is fixed, we have to adapt to the demand of the exam, demand of the syllabus. Now here, it's not according to your speed, your pace. We have 100 days, we have this much syllabus, and we have to cover everything in that. So we have to adapt to this pace. So whether I am liking it or not, I have to finish whatever given here on day 1, itself. Then on the day 2 I have to read the salient features and understand them and learn them. Same goes with fundamental rights and duties and then parliament, right? Similarly, you will go ahead on the 16th day. Why they have given you one more day? Is it really possible to revise polity, the whole polity on single day? It is difficult. But what I would recommend, I would say that maybe it happened that in the first 15 days you might extend something, or something is not completed, then this extra day is for that. You finish everything there, right? What is my suggestion is that, for example, if you study this topic here, now this is only first reading. When you are going to do the second reading, I'll tell you. Say for example, you study polity first. Then what happens? You go to geography. You go to geography and on the first day you study geomorphology. So you tick it here. On that very day, what you should do? You should keep 1 hour for the first day of the polity that you have studied and revise that. And then what you will do? You will tick here. So when you will study geography first day, you should also keep out some time for revision of whatever you have studied on the first day of the day 1 of the polity, right? Similarly, on the second day of geography, read whatever you have read on the second day of the polity. Similarly, you have to go like this. So like for example, for geomorphology, a big topic, they have given 2 days, for climatology 2 days, for oceanography 1 day, right? Accordingly, you have to study. Now this 6th day for maps, and then basics of India, physical features, river systems. Again, not only that, they have given you this star system here. Now this star system is basically nothing but the importance of the topic. If there are 3 stars, this is very, very important, right? 2 stars comparatively less important. That does not mean you don't have to do it, but you have to do it on priority, right? Accordingly, you can finish your days. Again, you can switch here. Like for example, if you think that, okay, I have to study this first and then I'll study oceanography, that is completely fine. Because at the end of the day, whether you study the topic we have given on the 8th day, and if you study it on the 2nd day, it is fine, because even though if you study it, you just stick it here only, right? You will be coming to know that whatever is remaining, whether this tick is here or not. This is for first and then second reading. So when you will be studying history, for example, and then there is environment too. So for example, then you study history. Then in history, on the first day, if you study IBC and then you revise whatever you have studied on the first day of geography, you will tick there on R2, right? Then only you will come to know that, okay, you have finished geography 2, second reading 2, right? This way we have to study. So this is history. Total 17 days have been allocated for history. Then there is chemistry. Again, I am telling you, even if you think that it is difficult, like all the arts and commerce backgrounds and those who are non-science background, even if you think that, okay, chemistry and physics are kind of difficult for you, but at least what you can do, like for example, this class 6 NCERT or class 7 NCERT is there, class 9 NCERT is there. They are for class 6 and 7 students. At least you can read that. At least you can read some of the topics. For example, if you don't think that, okay, if you think that, okay, sir, this combustion and flame is difficult, but at least study metals and non-metals, right? If you think that carbon and its components or periodic classification of elements is very difficult for me, but at least you can read acid, bases and salts, right? So whatever topics you think, like for example, see this, fun with magnets. Can't you just give it a reading? You might understand a few things and you might get some question based on that. You might be able to solve it. So, you get the marks, right? So at least don't think that I have to cover the whole chemistry or whole physics or whole biology, but at least try to read those topics which you think. For example, components of food, simple one. You can at least getting to know your plants, 6th standard NCERT. You can at least read that. Even in case of 10th standard, you can read a little bit about heredity and evolution, a little bit about it, simple English, and you might get question out of that, right? So don't leave the subjects completely. Just try to read whatever chapters you feel simple. Just read them, underline them and revise them, right? Whenever you take next subject, revise it. So this is economy. So whenever you study economy, again you can revise the previous subject, and that is science, okay? So this is how we have prepared a master plan PDF for you, by which what will happen, that these 100 days will be utilized properly. There will be like no syllabus left and you will feel confident before the exam. But even while doing this, what you have to do? You have to also study current affairs every day. Like for first 10 days you have to study from August, September. For next 10 days you have to study current affairs of October, November. You need to understand that study of current affairs needs to be parallel and in parts. You can't study the whole month current affair in single day, because a lot of information bombardment and you feel you don't feel comfortable. So it is very important that you study current affairs in parts. That's why what we have discussed, what we have done here is that whole 100 days you can study in parts, right? Again, when it comes to aptitude and reasoning, they have given you your PYQs list. So there might be some students who think that okay, maths is very difficult for me. But at least what you can do some simple things, blood relations, calendar, mensuration, percentage, ratio and proportion, Venn diagram, simple interest. If you don't understand compound interest, at least do simple interest. So don't leave maths altogether. And again, maths is not something that you just study before 5 days of exam. It is something like paper 2 or current affairs that you have to do it in parts, slowly, every day, little bit of practice. The more number of sums you solve, the more will be your, what we can say, precision in the exam. So this is also you have to do every day, like for 1 hour. Okay, at least 1 hour daily, and try to cover most of them. But if you think, sir, this permutation combination is very difficult, I don't want to do it, leave it. Try to do distance, speed, time. Whatever you are able to do, stretch a bit and try to finish it, right? So this is all about paper 1. If we talk about paper 2, these are some instructions which you need to understand. First, learn the format from Avks YouTube channel that I have already recommended. At least cover 3 to 4 topics within a week. But that does not mean that you can give only 1 or 2 hours in a week. To cover 3 to 4 topics in a week, you have to write more and more so that best essay or best argument comes out. So you have to write one topic more than 2 or 3 number of times. Then only the best essay comes out of that. So in such a way, you have to cover 3 to 4 topics. After 7 weeks, focus on the time management also. In the initial phase, you don't have to focus on how much time you are taking for writing an essay, because otherwise you will not be able to write the best content, right? So focus on only content part. But later when you are confident that okay, now I can write good essay or argument, then try to write that argument within 30 minutes, then 20 minutes, 18 minutes is the time within which you have to finish your essay or argument. One essay, 18 minutes, one argument, 18 minutes. So there you have to reach. But this time component you can open after 7 weeks. First, just focus on content. Cover the important themes that I am going to discuss in the next slide. Focus on English section, grammar, precision, comprehension, and do the PYQs and test series are very important, right? Evaluate your topics by the experts. Be consistent in your efforts, that we have already discussed, right? Until and unless you write and until and unless you get it evaluated, there is no preparation of paper 2. If somebody claims that without doing this, you are preparing for paper 2, you are surely going to fail. These are some important themes for paper 2 that we have designed, right? So security is obviously there. Obviously we are writing CAPF exam. Then IR, water, social issues. Now these vulnerable sections, women, everything comes under social issues. Then there are farmers or agriculture. This is one topic only. Then there are political issues. Then there is topic called as industrial growth, and then there are separate topics known as environment and protection. Energy is also a very important theme which is asked by UPSC. Then there are other topics like economy. Now again these children comes under social issues. Then there is media. Then there are science and technology, and artificial intelligence comes under that. Elections comes under political issue. Terrorism comes under IR plus political issues. Then there is health and education, which are also social issues actually. But you have to study them independently, because almost every year they at least ask either from education or from health. So these are very important topics that you have to finish. Then there is culture. We can talk about India's diversity and other part. Then major incident or accident. If something like that has happened, they might ask essay based on that. Say for example, some kind of disaster, not only in India, even in any part of world, but have taken a lot of toll, then they can definitely ask about it. So these are various themes which you have to cover. These are nothing but some reviews from some students who have, you know, cleared CAPF exam, the written exam, right? So this we show to show that we are good people. And again, to get your name here, why we have to do all this? Why we have to download this PDF? Finally to get it here, right? So this is the end of this session. Get this PDF, get the printout, and start preparation accordingly. Even though you have your own plan, if you have your own plan, if you think that is good, don't follow this. But if you think that okay, till now you have studied well, but you are not sure about the next, you know, vision for 3 months, this is the best PDF for you. Get the printout and start studying accordingly, right? It will definitely help you to boost your confidence. All the very best. If you have got any doubts, you can ask us in the comment section, and we'll definitely make one more video for that if that thing is relevant, definitely. But just don't hesitate. Whatever you have doubts, please do ask, right? If you don't understand anything, you can ask us. You can give us call on our number. We can definitely explain you, not a problem. But join test series, that is my call. Okay, all the very best.